Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of zombies news from the game and its community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today, where we've got some massive stories to talk about, where finally, after a hunt that has lasted over 45 days, we now have confirmed brand new Easter eggs that have just been discovered on Liberty Falls and Terminus. It's been a long, wild hunt, and the story of how they were found is just fantastic. But that's not all. For the first time, thanks to new leaks for the next zombies map in this game, the first indication that the new map itself will be connected in some way to Origins from Black Ops 2 Zombies has been discovered. And oh, so much more. So without further ado, let's kick things right off with our first story of the day. The really fun thing about Treyarch created zombies map is that no matter how long the maps have been released for, there is always a chance that something new that has never been found before will be discovered well after the maps were released. But for this game, we're now a month and a half into Black Ops 6, 45 days since this map came out, and 45 days where players were unable to find these Easter eggs on Liberty Falls and Terminus. Now, the story of how they were solved and what the Easter egg is actually was tipped off by an Easter egg in this map, Citadelle Breakthrough, where right when this map released, Zombies players were quick to find all of the hidden power-ups on Citadel. From the hidden location of the max ammo to the double points, instas, and everything in between, the Zombies community found out their locations pretty darn quickly. But there was one hidden power-up that players just couldn't seem to find, that being the fire sale. But a breakthrough occurred yesterday when Zombies YouTuber ZoneX and his squad discovered the last remaining hidden power-up lodged within the well on the map itself. But in classic Treyarch fashion, the twist here is the fire sale won't spawn into the map until you've shot every single other hidden power-up on the map. And once that's done, the prerequisites are met for the fire sale to spawn in, with that discovery now fueling a new round of Easter egg hunts on Liberty Falls and Terminus. Because on those maps, data miners were able to find code strings that reference still unsolved Easter eggs, namely these two, PU_EE and PU_EE complete, with players back then believing that PU just simply stood for power-up. Power-up Easter egg complete. Well, the discovery on Citadelle Breakthrough that you had to shoot all of the other power-ups in order to trigger the final one to spawn in turns out to be the missing step that we just hadn't realized before this point, where starting with Liberty Falls, Popshot Games discovered the hidden fire sale located within a garbage basket right next to PhD Flopper, with it just sitting right in there in plain sight after shooting all of the other power-ups. And over on Terminus, Treyarch put the same Easter egg in that map as well, where once you shoot all of the hidden power-ups, the final hidden fire sale was discovered by ZoneX and Nanikos to be right outside of the spawn on the map, perched on top of a barrel inside the zombie spawn. Two locations on Liberty within the garbage bin and on Terminus right in the zombie spawn that are very visible, and it just goes to show how easily unfound Easter eggs are missed. Right now, it seems to be unclear whether there are more unfound Easter eggs on Terminus and Liberty Falls to hunt, but if this one is any indication, right when you think everything is solved, we can always find something new. Okay, next up, let's talk some Origins, shall we? So within the ending cutscene of the main Easter egg on Citadelle Breakthrough, it was revealed that the next DLC Zombies map will be taking place on an excavation site within Avalon. A zombies map that is an excavation site within France. Well, you just have the right combination for players to believe that the Origins Zombies map from Black Ops 2 will be returning in some form here in BO6. But then a massive wrench was put into that theory when an in-game screenshot of that DLC 2 Zombies map was found within an intel on this map, Citadelle Breakthrough, where the screenshot of the DLC 2 map didn't show anything related to Origins like players expected, and instead we were able to discover the exact location where this screenshot was taken, found within the still still unreleased Avalon Warzone map that you can access via a glitch in Call of Duty's multiplayer, where this location matches up exactly to the map featured in the photo, where it seems to have a lot more in common with the Black Ops 2 multiplayer map Dig than it does with Origins at all, until some data miners decided to look deeper within new code that was just released into the game with the latest update, found something that seems to directly connect the next map to Origins. It's a texture for a pillar which will feature on this DLC 2 Zombies map that looks almost exactly alike to the textures of the walls and pillars featured within the excavation site in Origins. Now, the texture for the DLC 2 map that is now in Black Ops 6 is not exactly identical. It's not like it was ripped directly out of Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3 and just reused in Black Ops 6, but it's pretty much as close as you can get to what you can see here in Origins, that it is clearly inspired by this map, where even though we've seen the surface of the dig site within this screenshot that is clearly not related to Origins at all, it seems like where that relationship will exist is underground, underneath the map within the tunnels of the excavation site, where it's been theorized that since we now have acquired 4 elemental swords here in Citadelle Breakthrough, that perhaps in the next map we'll be able to use those swords again, or they'll be featured in the map somehow, likely either in an exact reference or a very similar looking location to where we build the staves back in Origins. Because additionally, we do know what the next map's wonder weapon will be like, where data miners have found reference to this map's wonder weapon simply listed as Wonder Weapon Healing Orb 1, 2, and 3, with currently the wonder weapon for the map being labeled as a launcher. So we can expect this next map's wonder weapon to feature something related to Origins in some way, a launcher wonder weapon. I really doubt that Treyarch would straight up reskin and redo the staves for this next dig site map, but I guess anything is possible. Ultimately, for those of you that might have been super disappointed that this next map won't have anything to do with Origins at all, even though all the connections were seemingly there, don't worry, it seems like Origins, at least some part of it, will be featured in the map in some form. Okay, 2 big heavy stories out of the way, I saw this and it might be my new favorite clip of Black Ops 6 Zombies, where Zombies player Aladdad over on Reddit was fighting the boss of Citadelle Breakthrough and decided, you know what, the Gobblegum event is on, let me just go ahead and chew a Gobblegum, using his Anywhere But Here and spawning right in front of the giant's foot, just getting absolutely destroyed. I think the title of his post was the best part. Anywhere but there. But by the way, talking about Anywhere But Here, I would very strongly suggest that it is one of the Gobblegums you carry into this map and keep on you at all times, because it seems that pretty much every Zombies player that plays this map is getting stuck within a wall due to the Amalgam's ranged attacks. I've seen countless clips of people pretty much having their game ended because of it, and yesterday it happened to me as well, just getting stuck within a wall, oddly right next to the cannon, not a location where I'd expect it to happen because of the Amalgam's ranged attack. I was only able to get out of here and be saved because of Anywhere But Here. With how often it's occurring, I'd probably just keep it in reserve and keep it on deck in case it happens to you. But well, that wraps up the news today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, found it interesting, leave a thumbs up on the video down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you with another Zombies news update tomorrow. Peace.